Alright, here we are in Coach David's kitchen. I'm gonna bring to you a little Caribbean recipe with some family roots. Let me show you all the ingredients so you can see what we're getting at here. We're cooking a fully loaded jambalaya. This has Creole Caribbean roots and strong family ties in my family. So we got some white rice, 2 onions, some sweet peppers, some jalapeno peppers, some andouille sausage, some celery, 3 tomatoes, okra, some dried chili peppers to really bring in the heat, bay leaves, chicken, shrimp, tomato puree, salt, Old Bay seasoning, a Creole seasoning, Zatarans. I usually like Tony's, but Zatarans will work. Black pepper, oregano, and then cayenne pepper to make sure you got enough heat. Okay, first things first. Wash your vegetables. You don't need them dirty. Look at all that crap. I thought I got rid of it, but I didn't. Get all the pesticides and everything else off of them. Now, I've been watching some of you chop, and it's been infuriating. When you chop, the easiest way to learn is just to keep the blade, the tip of the blade, on the cutting board. Pull your fingers back so that you have your knuckle up against the blade, and then you can just chop away. Okay, so if you don't have a sharp knife for this, get one, or don't even attempt, because it's not happening. It is a lot of chopping. This next part I could get in a lot of trouble for. I mentioned that family history. My Uncle Jim makes a mean jambalaya. I have a cousin who married a girl from New Orleans, and my mom and both my Aunt Michelle went to Louisiana State University. So they know a thing or two about some Cajun cooking. And now I'm going to do something that is completely unorthodox. I'm going to cook this in an Instant Pot. Saves time, still locks in all the flavors and everything. First thing you got to do is put the peppers, onions, and celery in. That's the base for any Cajun dish. I've got a little bit of oil, we're just going to saute it. And while we do that, we're also going to add the chicken to brown it and lock in some of that flavor. What I did with the chicken is smother it in the Cajun seasoning, that Zatarans that I used. You can use, that Creole seasoning. Now while the chicken's browning, we're also going to brown the sausage. The sausage you want to get so that you get a nice little brown on all sides, and then the bottom of that pan is going to be layered with that brown. And that's where all the flavor's locked into. And then I'll show you how to find a way to get that out. Okay, now I've browned the sausage. I've thrown it in with the chicken. Now see, the downside of using 2 pans is you want to use all the flavor from the previous ingredient in the browning, all that goodness on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the remaining onions and peppers in this pan. Give them a quick blast. Try to get some of the browning to absorb into these veggies, and then I'll throw them back in the pot with everything else. So now we don't lose all that awesome flavor from the sausage. Oh my goodness! If only you could smell this kitchen right now. Unbelievable. It's going to be incredible. We are in Coach David's kitchen, killing it. Killing it, people. Alright, so next I'm going to take these peppers, toss them in with the chicken and the sausage. Yeah, all that browned up goodness from the sausage fat and browning. That's the only really unhealthy part of this dish is the sausage fat. But every once in a while you gotta treat yourself. Got plenty of vitamin C in those peppers. We got plenty of goodness in the chicken. Some good protein. Okay, so now it's time to get sealing, cooking, really going. So I'm gonna take 1 cup of chicken stock, or about 1 cup, what I think is 1 cup, maybe 1 cup, I don't know for sure. Then I'm going to take 1.5 cups of rice, throw that in there, I'm gonna throw seasonings. Get some black pepper in there. Really get that good with the black pepper. I'm gonna throw a bay leaf in there. I'm gonna get some salt in there. Enough salt. Then I'm gonna throw some oregano in there. Just a little bit of oregano. We don't want to overpower it with that, but it gives it a nice little touch. Then some cayenne pepper. To your preference, cayenne's pretty spicy. And I've already got 2 jalapenos in there, and I'm about to put 4 chili peppers in there, dried chili peppers. If you are not a big spice fan, leave the jalapenos out. They don't normally fit anyways. Normally you just use green bell peppers, but instead I decided to use 3 different types of sweet peppers, which should help cut some of the spice instead of just bell peppers. And then I decided to really turn up the heat with 2 jalapeno peppers and 4 chili peppers. There's the cayenne, some chili peppers, then tomato paste. I'm not a huge tomato paste guy, so I'm not going to use a ton. I'll use about 4 scoops. Get it so it just looks like a good mix. Get all the rice so that it's underwater. Scrape off the bottom so it doesn't burn when you pressure cook. A little more tomato paste. Some of the fresh tomatoes, whole tomatoes chopped up. Good stir. A few more tomatoes. Good stir. That looks ready to seal. Shrimp will go in on the second turn. Don't want to overdo the shrimp. Turn that. I'm going to put it on high pressure for 5 minutes. All right, the 5 minutes is up. So now I'm going to throw in the last 2 ingredients, which is the shrimp, which I had time to peel while that was cooking, which was nice. The okra. And then I'm thinking, depending on how it looks, the okra I throw in second because it gets so slimy and mushy. Sometimes it kind of loses its texture. So I put that in the second bout, and we'll cook in the 5 minutes again. You gotta scrape everything off the bottom so it doesn't burn. And we're going to put it in for 5 more minutes. Now, if you were wondering what kind of effort I was looking for in these cooking videos, this is it. There's one secret ingredient which no Caribbean dish and no Southern dish should go without if it's a traditional dish. And it's something you can't find in the supermarkets. It's love and it's sweat. Yeah, there we go. The last final touch, and this is gonna be delicious tomorrow. I'm gonna let this sit all night, let those flavors lock in. If you're not using an Instant Pot, I suggest letting it go as long as you can. I mean, let it simmer on low for 8 hours if you can. The more you let those flavors lock in, the better. There's so many flavors in here. And as you get used to working with them, each time you make it, you can make it a little bit different. So I've made it different every single time. This is a brand new thing for me. You never measure it out, just get to know the flavors and how much you want of everything, and kind of just work with it each time you do it. This dish is awesome that way. No 2 jambalayas are the same. So good luck. I'll show you the final product when it's ready. Okay, I couldn't be bothered to wait for tomorrow. So here it is. Looks absolutely amazing. Pretty sure this is going to be the best jambalaya I've ever made. I'm pretty excited about this. Shrimp and sausage in one bite. I nailed it. I nailed it. Very happy.